You become the average of the people you spend the most time with. So if you're surrounded by negative, low vibrational energy, your dreams shrink, your light dims, your momentum slows down. But when you're surrounded by high energy people, the kind who uplift you, challenge you, and believe in something bigger, everything changes. High energy people don't just walk into your life by accident. You have to become magnetic. You have to radiate energy that draws them in. So how do you do that? Start with yourself. You can't attract what you don't embody. If you want people who are driven, focused, kind, and full of life, you have to become that first. Wake up with purpose. Feed your mind with growth. Speak like someone who believes in a better future. Act like someone who values their time and their mission. High-energy people are not attracted to drama, gossip, laziness, or excuses. They're attracted to clarity, confidence, effort, and joy. You attract what you are. It's a truth many overlook, especially when they wonder why they keep meeting the wrong people or feel stuck in relationships that drain rather than uplift them. But if you want high-energy, growth-minded people to enter your life, the first step is to become one yourself. Like attracts like. If you radiate positivity, passion, and purpose, those same qualities will find their way back to you in the form of new friendships, partnerships, and opportunities. This isn't about pretending or faking good vibes. It's about doing the work internally so your energy naturally shifts and rises. The people you're looking to attract, those full of life, clarity, and momentum, are also looking for people like that. They want to connect with others who are serious about their goals, intentional with their time, and excited about becoming their best selves. So the challenge isn't about finding them. The challenge is becoming the kind of person they would recognize and feel aligned with. Think about it. Would someone who is passionate about life want to be surrounded by someone who complains constantly, lacks discipline, or makes excuses? Probably not. Just like you wouldn't want to waste your time in circles where your energy is constantly drained. That's why the mirror matters. You have to reflect the energy you hope to receive. This means waking up every day with purpose, treating your time and dreams as valuable, and showing up in ways that align with your vision. Energy isn't just a feeling, it's a frequency. It's what people sense before you speak. It's what you project through your body language, your tone, your focus, your habits. If your energy says, "I don't care, I'm tired of trying," or "nothing ever works for me," then the opportunities, connections, and high-level people who could elevate your life will walk right past you. Not because you're not worthy, but because your energy isn't matching theirs, and they feel it. That's why working on yourself is never wasted effort. The more you grow, the more you glow. The more you heal, the more open you become to deeper, healthier connections. The more you believe in yourself, the more others will believe in you too. Confidence is contagious. Purpose is magnetic. Enthusiasm lights up a room. Start with small things. Be intentional with how you speak to yourself. Be mindful of your habits, especially the ones that keep you stagnant. Prioritize your health, your mindset, your goals. Take care of your space, your appearance, and your energy. These actions aren't shallow. They're signals that say, "I value myself. I take this life seriously. I'm ready for more." Once your energy rises, you'll begin to notice something beautiful. People will respond differently. New conversations will spark. Invitations will come. Aligned connections will form. And it won't feel forced, it'll feel natural. That's the magic of alignment. You won't have to chase people anymore. You'll simply attract them by being who you are, fully, confidently, and unapologetically. In the end, it's not about trying to fit in with high-energy people. It's about becoming one. When you embody the light finds you. When you become the kind of person you've been searching for, you stop searching, and you start receiving. You attract what you are. So raise your energy, and the right people will rise to meet you. Raising your personal standards is one of the most powerful transformations you can make when you're aiming to attract high-energy people into your life. People who are thriving, ambitious, and full of momentum don't want to surround themselves with mediocrity. They seek alignment with others who demand more from themselves. If you're serious about building a powerful circle, it starts with holding yourself to higher expectations in every area of your life. That means you need to evaluate your habits, routines, and thought patterns. Ask yourself honestly, are the things you do each day pushing you closer to your best self or pulling you away from it? It's easy to get caught in the trap of comfort. Staying up late, watching shows, skipping workouts, procrastinating on your goals. But those small choices shape your reality. High-energy people don't live there. They're disciplined, focused, and intentional, and they look for the same energy in others. You can't expect to attract people who are growth-minded, motivated, and purpose-driven while clinging to habits that keep you small. You have to let go of the excuses, the blame, the passive mindset. Your life won't change until you raise your standards. That means refusing to tolerate negativity from others or from yourself. That means demanding more from your time, more from your relationships, and more from your own effort. It's not about being perfect. It's about committing to growth and refusing to settle for anything less than your potential. Start by setting new boundaries. Say no to things that drain you. That includes people, environments, and conversations that pull you down. If someone constantly brings drama, negativity, or chaos into your life, it's time to distance yourself. High-energy people don't have time for that. They want relationships that support their growth, not ones that keep them stuck in cycles of emotional exhaustion. Also, be mindful of your own energy. Are you showing up late to things? Are you letting fear dictate your choices? Are you constantly speaking about what's wrong instead of what's possible? These subtle signals tell the world what your standards are. People can sense when you're coasting, and those who are leveling up in life aren't interested in dragging others along. They want to collaborate with people who are already moving, who have self-respect, direction, and drive. Raising your standards also means taking responsibility. Stop waiting for someone to come fix things for you. Stop relying on external motivation. Be the kind of person who follows through, who shows up, who honors their word. That kind of consistency is rare and powerful. It makes people take notice. It separates you from the crowd, and it naturally attracts those who live at that same level of discipline and self-leadership. Remember, high standards don't mean perfectionism. They mean intention. They mean you care enough about your future to hold yourself accountable in the present. You care enough about your goals to create habits that support them. And you care enough about your relationships to be someone who uplifts, rather than weighs down. The truth is, the higher your standards, the fewer people you'll tolerate. But the quality of those who remain will rise dramatically. And that's the goal, not popularity, but alignment. You don't need a crowd, you need a tribe. And your tribe will only find you when your energy, your actions, and your standards reflect the level you want to live at. So raise your standards, and your life will rise with them. The people you admire, the energy you crave, and the opportunities you're waiting for, they're all waiting for the best version of you to show up. Protecting your energy is not just self-care, it's survival in a world that constantly tries to drain it. Your energy is your most valuable asset. It fuels your thoughts, your actions, your relationships, and your dreams. When it's high, you move through life with purpose and clarity. When it's low, everything feels heavy, confusing, and uninspired. That's why guarding it is essential, especially when you're trying to attract high-energy people into your life. Because those people are naturally drawn to others who protect, cultivate, and value their own energy. Every conversation, environment, habit, and person in your life is either giving you energy or taking it away. And the truth is, too many people spend their days giving their energy to things that don't matter, to people who don't appreciate it, and to patterns that lead nowhere. Then they wonder why they feel stuck, exhausted, or unmotivated. High-energy people don't operate like that. They are intentional about what they allow into their space, into their schedule, and into their mind. If you want to rise to that level, you must become radically aware of what drains you. It could be the people you interact with daily, the chronic complainers, the critics, the ones who always expect but never give. It could be habits that seem harmless but slowly strip you of motivation. Excessive scrolling, negative self-talk, lack of sleep, poor diet. It could even be internal battles, guilt, fear, resentment that you've carried for too long. Protecting your energy means creating strong boundaries. Not everyone deserves full access to you. You don't have to answer every message, attend every event, or explain every decision. Learn to say no without guilt. Your peace is more important than their opinion. High-energy people respect boundaries because they live by them. If you don't guard your energy, the wrong people will use it and leave you feeling depleted. It also means curating your environment. Your surroundings impact your mindset more than you realize. If you're constantly in cluttered, chaotic, or toxic spaces, your thoughts and emotions will mirror that. Clean your space. Fill it with things that inspire you. Listen to content that fuels growth. Read words that elevate your thinking. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, not drain you. One of the hardest lessons in life is learning that not everyone can go where you're going. As you grow, some connections will naturally fall away, not because you're better, but because your energy no longer matches. That's not loss, that's alignment. Protecting your energy means letting go of what no longer serves your future, even if it's familiar, especially if it's familiar. And most importantly, protecting your energy requires self-awareness. You have to know when you're off balance. You have to listen to your body, your intuition, your emotions. Are you tired or uninspired? Are you busy or just distracted? Are you growing or just surviving? Check in with yourself regularly, recharge when you need to. Rest is not weakness, it's preparation. When you start treating your energy like it's sacred, everything shifts. The right people will notice. They'll respect your boundaries, they'll honor your time. They'll meet you with the same intention and depth. You won't have to chase high-energy connections. You'll naturally attract them, because your presence will reflect someone who values themselves. You deserve to feel alive, not just functional. You deserve to be surrounded by people who bring light, not shadows. But first, you must decide that your energy matters enough to protect. Because when you protect your energy, you protect your future. Then the people meant for you, those high-energy, purpose-driven souls, will recognize that strength and be drawn to it. Creating magnetic energy isn't about being the loudest in the room or putting on a show. It's about being real, aligned, and intentional. It's about carrying a presence that makes people feel something when you walk in. A spark, a vibe, a sense of authenticity that draws them closer. That kind of energy can't be faked, and it can't be forced. It's cultivated from within. When you live with purpose, speak with conviction, and move with clarity, you naturally become magnetic to the right people. People are drawn to certainty. They're drawn to those who know who they are and what they stand for. When you're clear about your values, your goals, and your direction in life, you send a powerful message without saying a word. You know where you're going. And that clarity is contagious. It makes people want to be around you. It inspires trust and admiration. It sets you apart in a world where so many are unsure of themselves. Confidence plays a big role in magnetic energy. But it's not about arrogance or ego. True confidence is quiet. It's a calm belief in your worth, your path, and your ability to figure things out. It shows up in how you carry yourself, how you treat others, and how you speak. Confident people don't need to dominate, they elevate. They listen, they respect, and they encourage. That's the kind of energy people want to be around. Energy that makes them feel seen, heard, and empowered. Joy is another part of magnetism. When you live in a state of gratitude and find joy in the little things, you radiate positivity, and people can feel it. Think about how refreshing it is to be around someone who smiles easily, who laughs freely, who looks for the good in situations. That kind of energy uplifts everyone. It touches. It doesn't mean life is perfect. It means you've chosen to show up with light despite the challenges. Authenticity is magnetic too. When you're unapologetically yourself, not trying to impress, not hiding behind masks, not shrinking to fit in, you give others permission to do the same. People are tired of fake. They're tired of curated versions of reality. They crave realness. And when you show up as you are, flaws and all, it's powerful. It builds connection. It creates trust, and it invites the right kind of people into your life. Those who value you for who you truly are. Another key to magnetic energy is passion. When you speak about something you care deeply about, whether it's your work, your vision, your purpose, there's a fire in you that ignites others. Passion is energy in motion. It moves people. It wakes them up. It makes them feel alive. And when you live with that kind of fire, the right people will want to be close to it. Lastly, magnetic energy is created through consistency. Anyone can be inspiring for a moment, but the people who consistently live their truth, pursue their goals, and bring positive energy day after day, they stand out. They build a reputation that speaks louder than any introduction. They become known for their light, their integrity, and their impact. So if you want to attract high-energy people into your life, don't chase, become magnetic through your actions, your mindset, and your presence. And the right people won't just notice you, they'll be drawn to you because energy doesn't lie, and the frequency you emit determines the quality of connection you receive. Shine unapologetically, and the world will respond. Building a circle of growth and accountability is one of the most life-changing decisions you can make. The people you surround yourself with have the power to either accelerate your progress or slow it down to a crawl. If you're constantly around individuals who are complacent, negative, or resistant to change, you'll eventually mirror that energy, not because you want to, but because it's what you're consistently exposed to. On the other hand, when your circle is filled with high-energy, purpose-driven individuals who are hungry for growth, you naturally rise to meet them. You're pushed, supported, challenged, and inspired. That's the kind of environment where transformation happens. Growth isn't always easy. It requires stepping outside of your comfort zone, letting go of old beliefs, and being willing to confront your limitations. That's where accountability comes in. High-energy people don't just cheer you on, they call you out. They hold a mirror to your habits, your mindset, and your goals. They don't let you make excuses or coast through life on autopilot. And while that may feel uncomfortable at times, it's also exactly what you need to become the person you're meant to be. The beauty of accountability is that it creates consistency. It's easy to get excited about a goal in the beginning. It's much harder to stay consistent when motivation fades. But when you have people in your life who expect you to show up, not just for them, but for yourself, you're far more likely to stay committed. They remind you of your potential when you forget it. They speak life into your vision when you're tempted to give up. They don't let you settle for average when they know greatness is within you. Your circle also influences your standards. When you're surrounded by people who are constantly leveling up in their mindset, their fitness, their business, their relationships, it challenges you to raise your own bar. Suddenly, growth becomes the norm. Discipline becomes expected. Ambition becomes contagious. You start to realize that playing small doesn't serve you or the people around you. But a growth circle isn't just about performance. It's about trust, too. It's about having people you can be vulnerable with. People you can turn to when things get tough. People who won't judge you for your struggles, but won't let you stay stuck in them either. There's a deep level of honesty, respect, and loyalty that exists in these kinds of relationships. They're built on mutual growth, not ego. On shared values, not convenience. To build this kind of circle, you have to be intentional. You can't wait for these people to just show up. You have to seek them out. Go where growth-minded people are. Events, communities, spaces where purpose and progress are celebrated. Be the kind of person they'd want in their life too. Offer value. Show up with authenticity. Speak with conviction. And be willing to invest time and effort into cultivating those connections. You also have to be willing to let go of relationships that no longer serve your growth. That doesn't mean cutting people off harshly or judging them. It means honoring your path and understanding that not everyone is meant to go where you're going. And that's okay. As you grow, your circle will shift. And that shift is necessary for your evolution. The right people will see your light, support your journey, and challenge you to rise higher. They'll remind you of your strength, hold you to your highest standards, and walk beside you as you grow. So don't settle for relationships that keep you stagnant. Build a circle that pulls you forward, and you'll become unstoppable. Alignment attracts your tribe. When your values, energy, and actions all match the person you're striving to become, something powerful happens. The right people begin to show up. It's not magic, and it's not coincidence. It's alignment. It's the natural law that says what you put out into the world, you draw back in. If you're walking in your truth, standing in your purpose, and living with integrity, you'll start to notice others on the same frequency finding their way to you. That's how real, deep, meaningful connections are formed. Not through force, but through resonance. Most people spend their lives trying to fit in, to chase approval, or to blend into environments where they don't really belong. But when you constantly shapeshift to make others comfortable, you dilute your own energy. You become a watered-down version of yourself. And as a result, you attract people who only connect with that version, not the real you. And then you wonder why the friendships feel shallow, why the support feels conditional, or why you feel alone even when you're surrounded by others. But when you stop chasing and start living fully aligned with your truth, everything shifts. You stop seeking validation and start embodying authenticity. You stop trying to be liked and start focusing on being real. That kind of energy is rare, and that's exactly why it's magnetic. The people meant for you can't find you if you're hiding behind who you think you're supposed to be. But when you stand tall in who you are, you become visible to those who are on the same path. You become recognizable to your tribe. Living in alignment requires courage. It means making decisions based on your values, not your fears.
They're rooted in
It means
mutual
walking away
respect,
from what no longer
shared
serves you even when
vision,
it's familiar.
and
It means holding on to your standards
honesty.
even when others
And
don't
they're only
understand them.
possible because
Alignment
you've
isn't
made the
always
decision to
comfortable.
live in
In fact, it
truth.
often
When
requires
you're
growing through
aligned,
discomfort.
you
But it's in that
also
growth that your
stop
energy shifts.
clinging to what's
Your clarity
misaligned.
sharpens and your
You
presence
realize
strengthens.
that not
As your
everyone
alignment
is meant
deepens,
to walk with you.
your connections do too.
Some people are
You
meant
start to
be
attract people who don't
chapters,
just tolerate
not
your ambition.
constants.
They fuel
And
it.
that's
They don't just listen to your
okay.
dreams.
Releasing
They believe in them.
What no
They challenge your
longer
excuses,
fits
celebrate your wins,
mean
and support your
you
process. These aren't surface-level
ungrateful.
relationships.
It means
They're rooted in
you
mutual respect,
remaking
shared vision,
space for
and
what
emotional
the-
honesty.
It means you're
And they're only
honoring your
possible
ego,
because
and it
you've
means
made
you're
the
opening
decision to
door
live
for
in truth.
people who
When you're
truly
aligned,
see
you also stop
value
clinging to
you,
what's
and
misaligned.
support the
You
journey
realize
you're
that not
on.
everyone is
Your
meant to walk
tribe
with
won't
you.
need you
Some
to
people
be
are meant to be
anything other than
chapters,
who you are.
not constants.
They'll meet you where you are.
And that's okay.
But they'll
Releasing
also
what no longer
call
fits
you to where you're going.
doesn't mean you're ungrateful.
And when you connect with
It means you're
people
making
like
space
that,
for what does.
people
It means
who
you're
mirror
honoring your evolution,
energy,
and it means you're
reflect
opening
your
the door for
growth,
people who
and
truly see
match
you,
your values.
value you, and support the journey you're
Everything
on.
feels
Your tribe
lighter,
won't need you to be anything
deeper,
other than who you are.
and more fulfilling.
They'll meet you where you are, but they'll
So
also
if you
call
want
you to where
attract
you're
high-energy
going.
people
And when you
into your
connect
life,
with people like
focus
that,
less on finding them and
people
more
who
on
mirror your
becoming you.
energy,
Fully,
reflect your growth
honestly,
and match your
and
values,
unapologetically.
everything feels
Because
lighter,
when you're
deeper, and more
aligned,
fulfilling.
you're
So if you
not
want to attract high-energy
chasing
people into your life,
anything.
focus less on finding them and
You
more on
simply
becoming you,
becoming a
fully
magnet
honestly and
for everything
unapologetically.
that belongs to you.
Because when you're aligned,
let your energy
you're not
speak.
chasing anything.
Let your actions align.
You're simply becoming a
and
magnet
trust
for everything that
that your
belongs to you.
tribe
Let your
will hear
energy
the
speak.
call.
Let your actions align and trust that your tribe will hear the call.